Okay, so after 2.5 days of dealing with all the trash, we finally got all that out of there. I got everything in the ditch. I'm gonna start backfilling that portion. I'll get all this all plumbed up later, but everything is coming to this little section right here. I got a core drill through the wall to get in there, but I've got that about half done. That's what I'm working on now, so we can backfill. I'm gonna leave this open for a few days so I can get it plumbed in and everything, but starting to backfill the tank. I've got 2 extra 2-inch conduits that are gonna extend over to here. So those 2-inch conduits we can plumb, not plumb, but we can pull wire later, pull it over to the shop for solar or whatever. Probably don't even need them, but just in case we need them for any dumb reason, we can do that. These 2 black lines here, one of them is the poly water that goes to the shop for the new water that's gonna come up underneath the floor in the kitchen. The other one is a frost free that's going all the way out to the propane tank over there. So we're gonna have a frost free over there, so you got water. That's pretty much it for right here. This yellow line is the gas line. So we've got gas. The gas tees right here. Now I put it in a sleeve because we got as much metal out of there as we could. There is a shitload. We've already backfilled. There was a huge pit right here. It was about 6 feet deep, and it took us 2 dump loads and another load going to the scrapyard, but the scrapyard didn't want to take the shit, so it was too dirty and nasty. So anyway, we had 3 dump truck loads. I think you saw the trailer in the other video yesterday, but had to rent a dump trailer to get that shit out of there. So anyway, we got that backfilled again. We got most of the trash and shit out of there. So anyway, back to this. These are the 2 conduit lines that are extra. I ran another conduit line from there all the way back to where the propane tank is going to be. I'll have to extend those out over by the propane tank. But we also sleeved the gas line for the rock just so it doesn't get pinched or anything like that. It's just a better way to do it. This is gonna be filled with native stuff here and not so much rock right there. The top's gonna get rock, but it didn't need to be sleeved there, so it's fine. So coming over here, I gotta make a big manifold so that we can have everything looking pretty coming into the building. The gas line is gonna loop up right here. We'll have a low pressure regulator. That way when we can build you a little propane fire pit over the top of this. It'll be really cool. Come back over here. This is a joint trench right here, and it's gonna be, this whole top of it is gonna be the French drain with rock. We're also gonna pop holes over here once we get all this graded out again. We're gonna pop a big dry well right there, so that any water that comes down and sheds, it'll just collect right in there. The frost free I'm gonna put on there. It's gonna loop up right on this side, so it'll be right by your gate and probably be in line with that T-post there. So on this tank, I ordered an extra valve. They usually won't do this, but since we're pretty off-grid here, that little valve right there on the bottom, it was like 300 bucks, but it's worth it because I've got a hose inside. The hose connects onto it, and you can fill your 5-gallon propane tanks. So it's something we should actually do to Mike's tank too. I'm thinking about trying, I'm gonna talk to him, see if he wants me to get one, but this thing is awesome because you could fill 5-gallon tanks with it. Most people don't have that ability, and you gotta go to the store to do it. So, you know, if you've got a barbecue or something with a 5-gallon propane tank, and if it's too far away from here where we're not gonna plumb it from the building, then you can fill up your bottles. It's really a cool feature. It's just kind of one of those redundancy things. It's not necessary, but it's really cool when you got it. So anyway, we're gonna get this backfilled today too. It's all plumbed up, ready to go. Just need to add propane. We're gonna wait for the price of propane to drop because historically it drops, usually drops end of July, beginning of August. Right now it's pretty expensive, and anyway, So this is kind of a little as-built video, so you know where everything's at. And this will go in my files too, so that I know where I put everything. But there you have it. It's a perfect day for backfilling too, because we just got a little bit of rain, and it's kind of helping to tighten everything up. So hopefully it doesn't piss on us too much today.